It is now time for your Monday Night Raw reviews. He's back. You're my man. You're my man. I wanna see you naked. Gonna give me that Superman punch in my rectum. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
It's good to see Roman back. I missed him, to be honest. 7 months ago we hated everything about this man. Now it's almost impossible to boo him. But can you imagine him coming out with cheerfulness to announce, "I got 2 weeks left to live, I'm dying, y'all"?
That was one of the worst case scenarios. Dick has herpes. It is a scenario that I, quite frankly, had anxiety about. I'm not even joking. I've not been the biggest Roman supporter. I had anxiety. All right? Maybe I was worked. I don't know. But I had anxiety about Roman Reigns' condition. I had friggin' anxiety about it. So I am definitely happy that that's not what happened. Let's start the show.
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I wanna kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Whoa, welcome! What a fucking awesome ending. But I have a complaint. I have a complaint about that ending. Because of the new 11 o'clock cutoff, as I've said a million times, because of the new 11 o'clock cutoff, I knew Ric Flair wasn't going to make it to the ring because there just simply wasn't enough time. So I said out loud to Leah, before anything happened, as soon as they were about to introduce Flair, I said, oh my God, he's going to be attacked. Maybe he's going to be attacked by Becky. You know, Becky's going to have gotten out of jail, and Becky's going to throw Ric Flair out the door, so he's going to come, like, falling out the door. And then she's going to come out there. It's going to be insane. But it wasn't Becky. It was Batista. And that was given away fairly quickly when he was grabbing the cameraman, which I thought was great, by the way. I thought that shot was really wonderful with why is there a cameraman there? I mean, you didn't even need to explain why there was a cameraman there because they could have been set up to shoot Flair coming out of his dressing room to the stage and to the ring. So that really didn't have to do that, but I did like that they added something like that with Batista grabbing the dude. That was badass. That was awesome. That's how you do stuff. Problem is, again, like I said, it was spoiled kind of because you knew there was only a minute left. There was no chance in hell. I kept saying it like, well, there's no way Ric Flair's old ass is going to make it down to this ring. It's going to take him 3 minutes just to walk down to the ring. And it's 10:57, I was thinking. I'm like, there's no way he's going to get down to that ring and be handed that belt. So again, the cutoff ruined the show. It ruined the surprise of him being attacked. If there was no cutoff still, I would have said, oh, God, he's going to come down. He's going to get the belt handed to him. It's going to be this big thing. And maybe somebody will crash it or something. That would be cool. And instead, you'd be like, what the fuck's going on? But instead of that, you were like, well, he's not making it to the ring, somebody is attacking Ric Flair in the back. Like, that is what's going on. And I thought it was Becky. The swerve was that it was Batista. You know, you knew it was going to happen. First of all, everybody kind of thought it was going to happen anyway, right? We kind of all thought it was going to happen anyway, but it was like 100% confirmed when it was 10:57, and he still hadn't come out yet. All over my Twitter feed right now is people fighting whether Roman Reigns faked his cancer or not. I don't know if I still feel comfortable enough saying yes or no to that. I would like to think he did not fake cancer. This guy really had cancer. I said it before. You know, WWE, I can't believe they would fake something like this, but then again, you really don't know, do you? You really don't know. But what I do believe 100% is that they knew how minor it was, and they played off of it. I mean, you would have thought Roman had stage 3 cancer. You know what I'm saying? And they played with our emotions, I believe, that, listen, 98% of the time this gets cured. We caught it wicked early. You're going to be fine. Let's go do the treatments and whatever. And they played it as more like, I don't know what's going to happen, you know, and you really don't know. So they're not lying, but I understand that they probably stretched the severity of it. That I can admit, that I believe, but I can't believe I can get into everything else. But again, Roman Reigns was making movies for the last 2 months. Roman Reigns was making movies. He made some appearances. I mean, at the very least, they fucked with our emotion. They fucked with our emotions to make you terrified for this guy. And the bottom line is, yeah, I'm just happy he's okay. I don't care about fake things or how severe it was or whatever the case is. I don't want a human being to have cancer and to die or to be whatever. But again, I smell a rat. I can't help it. I smell a goddamn rat. And the rat's name is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, I think. And I'm dead serious.
Super chat.
By the way, thank you for that first $16 there.
You said they needed swerves.
Dick has herpes.
We got one.
Yeah, this was a pretty decent swerve in a way. Again, like I said, had we not known, though, that the show was going to end at 11 o'clock, Robbie Hyde, thanks for the $1.99, it would have been way more exciting because I never would have saw that coming, you know, at all. But we did see it coming because there was 2 minutes left, and there was no way Ric Flair was going to woo his way down to the ring and get into the ring and have enough time for anything to happen. So unfortunately, because of USA Network's stupid 11 o'clock cutoff, which a lot of people said, thank God, yay, and I said, no, that's not good. Now you see why it sucks.
Why does WWE have 10 damn titles? WTF is that?
I think they have more than 10 titles, Matt Moon. Matt, I really believe, I think they have more. I think they have more than 10, don't they? Maybe I'm crazy. The 2 tag belts, the women's tag belts, the 2 main championships, the IC in the United States. I mean, I guess that maybe there is 10. Are you talking about NXT stuff too? I don't know. I can't even count right now. I know that there's too many. Oh, the two women's titles, yeah.
What's up, Joe? Raw was finally in my city, glad they made noise. Can we talk about how Sting completely ignored Seth Rollins in his entrance?
Did he do that, really? I didn't notice that. I thought he kind of did it on purpose as like a rib or something. Because Sting was like really standing up for Seth, saying that, you know, it wasn't Seth's fault. I don't think they have any kind of heat or anything. WWE Violin, thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum. But yeah, I don't think that they have any real beef or anything like that.
Shit bum.
The Goon.
Happy Roman is doing well, but new merch, 4 months and boom remission, involved with Rollins/Shield? I don't know yet. Lashley yelling at Leo best he's ever looked. Batista didn't see that got jobber entrance, he's leaving. Finn, look at leaks.
You know, I don't even know what you're talking about, but the Goon, thanks, man, for the donation, man. Goon, I appreciate it. But speaking of that, Goon, I know that everybody wants the new donation. I know that everybody wants me to create the new donation. We need somebody to fill in because we have no more Ty Dillinger. So earlier, as some of you may some of you may have seen this earlier on my YouTube channel as I posted it for everybody. It may become a new donation. But yes, he was on WWE Main Event tonight. WWE Main Event before Raw started. And my God, he lost to Apollo Crews or Apollo, whatever.
My name is EC3, and I'm in the bottom 1%. Yeah. I am not on the card. I am not on the card. I am not on the card.
Oh shit!
EC3, not on the card. Yeah. EC3, WWE doesn't even know what the fuck to do with me. Yeah, you haven't seen me on TV, but I've been in the back posing for girls. Look at my muscles. Yeah, look at me. Why am I here? Why did they sign me? Cause I bang Dixie Carter's rear. Take a look at my physique, you get weak, but you never see me week to week. What's going on? Yeah, I am not on the card. I am not on the card. EC3, yeah, EC3, not on the card. I am the bottom 1%.
Why is this guy in the company? Why is this man in the WWE? Why is this man in the company? Why is EC3 in the WWE? I would like to know.
This is the cream in your coffee, your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler.
I don't know who that guy was, but wow. The cream in your coffee? You kidding me? That is. Why is EC3 in this company? Why is he here? Why is he's the new Mike Bennett? EC3 is the new Mike Bennett taking the place for Ty Dillinger. Thanks, Ty Dillinger, for leaving, because now EC3 gets your spot. Get your spot in no fucking man's land, okay? Ridiculous. I get it. Ty Dillinger, EC3, Mike Bennett, they're all looked at as nobodies by Vince McMahon, obviously. You could do something with these guys that's funny. You could do something with them at all. You have 3 hours every week, but you wouldn't know it. Instead, you got this guy jobbing out on Saturday Main Event nobody watches anymore to Apollo Crews or Apollo or Pluto, whatever his name is this week. When's Mike Bennett's name going to change from Mike Kanellis to just Mike? Just going to be Mike from now on. Yeah, there's no Kanellis. There's no Mike. It's going to be too hard for them to remember Mike Kanellis. How come Mike's name hasn't changed? Mike Kanellis. Maybe Mike Kanellis' name needs to change to Mike. Andrade Cien Almas. Andrade. Mike Kanellis. Mike. They never do it. Maybe they just don't do it to the white guys. Maybe that's what it is. If it's like a foreign sounding name, they're like, nah, fuck that. That ain't gonna work.
Pour me a beer.
Ric Flair looked good, I guess. All beat up by Dave Batista. That was really awesome, though. I gotta say it. That ending was great. That's the type of shit you need to do. That's the type of shit you need to do. What a great ending. It was like a great 4 minutes. Can you believe that? Thanks for the sub, man. Welcome to the Joe Cronin Show.
Give it a hell yeah!
That's how you do it.
Raw was good. 7. Roman announcement, Becky segment, Batista surprise. Dean turns on Roman at Fastlane if Roman wrestles and we get that Mania match. It's not fake cancer, why would Good Morning America be putting him on?
Yeah, I mean, Alexa's sweet ass, thank you for the 316. I mean, I've always said from the beginning that I do believe it was real cancer. I think they just stretched it out a little bit with how bad it really was. You know, which I get why they did it, but...
Here we go, about to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh,
a lot of people think he faked it, though.
I'm the jerk for thinking it, but I still believe it's bullshit. It's as real as injury storyline. Who's gonna boo cancer? But it's done. Whatever.
It's done, whatever. Wild Panther. Thank you, Wild Panther, for the donation, man. What's up, Wild Panther? I am going to try, I'm going to attempt to see what the poll is at right now, Wild Panther. I think a lot of people are afraid to say they think it's fake. And I'm trying to make it okay for you to say it by putting a poll out. And I know that I don't believe it's fake because I just can't believe anybody would do anything that diabolical. And the guy's a human being and, you know, all that type of stuff. So I really just can't go there, but...
Hey guys, did you see
oh my
Monday
God.
Night? What
Skylar
tonight?
Fat!
What was great, especially when Roman Reigns went crazy and pulled out his penis.
Oh God, he did not do that.
Like Roman
he didn't do
Reigns'
that.
Penis. My name is Skylar Fat.
Oh my God, man. Look at this guy.
I hate being that guy, but this whole Roman return thing feels like a work. I hope I am dead wrong though. Anyways, this was actually a pretty decent Raw. I would give this a 6 out of 10.
Justin Ryan, it's funny you say that because the last guy said he hates being that guy. Apparently there's a lot of that guys out there. 6 out of 10's not bad, Justin Ryan.
New subscriber.
Thank you, man, for the Skylar Fat 1212 donation. It's been a while. Ashton, what's up, man? Thanks for subbing to the channel. Welcome to the Joe Cronin Show. Appreciate your support. And I want to know what you guys think about Raw. 339-226-6610. The Skype has been activated. Feel free to call the show. I'll put you on.
East Raw that was watchable in a long time.
East Raw was watchable in a long time. Shane Canning. Shane, I think you're trying to say that it was the most watchable Raw in a long time. I had a lot of people tell me it wasn't watchable, but I think you're trying to say that it was watchable. I get it. You know, it was all right. I mean, it wasn't all right, but it was. I watched it all. I kind of started falling asleep though at one point, Shane. So I can't say it wasn't flawless, but I thought it had some issues. But the first 30 minutes, it was flowing.
They should have had Roman say his piece and then leave with the standing ovation and cheering. Instead they now open the conspiracy theories by having him get physical in the ring. It's unfortunate.
Well, not only did they do that, WWE messed up. Thanks for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bum. They also, the way he layered it on of like, oh God, I don't know what's going to happen to me and how long I'm going to be gone. And, you know, the rumors of McMahon wanting to get him back and the ratings and everything else. And then him coming out there and then getting physical and everything. They really is. The conspiracy doors are open. Nobody believes anything anymore, by the way.
Raw was actually tolerable. Thank God.
Wow.
Hashtag WTF.
Man, maybe I was just tired or something because I didn't love Raw tonight at all. I was
Give it a hell yeah!
not happy with it.
Follow the Botch Club on Instagram. Follow the Wrestle Daily on Instagram, message and tweet WWE, tell them to create the Jimmy Miranda Award. Follow Botch Club on Instagram, hashtag Front Row Guy Fromry.
People really want that Jimmy Miranda Award to happen. And follow the Wrestling Daily on Instagram. I agree. And Botch Club, of course. You guys got to check out Botch Club on Instagram. Over 15,000 followers or something like that on Instagram. They're friends of the show. You got to check them out. Botch Club.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
Hi, Kane.
What the fuck is Rhonda saying? Was she drunk? That ending had Triple H's NXT blueprint all over it. I'm more than sure he was in control of that segment.
Right.
Good ending, very different and edgy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't even think about that. But you're dead on, man. You're dead on. I think you're right. Maybe Hunter and Batista were involved in that. I bet you're 100% right. Malibu Al. Great call, man. Great donation. That's really spot on, I think. It had a vibe, an exciting vibe to it. I wouldn't be surprised. When you said, what the hell did Ronda Rousey say? Are you referring to when she said Becky Lynch was a ginger douche? Because that was fucking hilarious.
That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants. Ginger douche. Ginger douche.
She goes, that's what I want. That's what these people want. That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants.
That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants.
Please tell me I'm not the only one that started fucking dying when she said that, because I was losing my mind.
That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants.
Listen, guys. By the way, Jake DeMarco's power has been off and on because of his cable stuff and all these things are going on, I guess. So he's working on trying to get on, but he's having some kind of problems with his internet. That's why Jake is not here yet. He may be here in a few.
That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants.
Jacob, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Joe?
What's up, motherfucker?
That's what the ginger...
Dude, I'm going to be honest, man. I fell asleep.
Dude, I almost fell asleep.
I fell asleep during the Nia Jackson-Bailey match, yo. I'm going to be honest, bro. Like, I don't know why. Still to this day, I still don't get it with the girls. I don't find anything about the women interesting, storyline-wise. Only because maybe it's the company, maybe it's the writing, but it's just even personality-wise, who they are as a character. I still to this day don't get it with them.
So you're one of the fans that Paige is talking about.
No, it's I don't know. It's not even the women. It's not even like them. It's just how they like what everything they've done so far. Like it's just nothing interesting, nothing to the point where I'm excited when they come out. Like it's not because it's women or anything. I love.
What about when like Sasha? What about the NXT girls? What about when Sasha was in NXT? Did you like that?
Right now, with the NXT girls, I'm going to be honest, I only find Shayna Baszler to be even a little remote interesting, only because she has like this cool getup, this badassery about her. Maybe it's because, you know, when you're in NXT and you fight at takeovers, of course, everything you do is going to be badass. Maybe it's that, but the only person I get so far is Shayna Baszler. Maybe it's because, you know, she has a legitimate
but you didn't you never get Ronda?
Ronda, I get it. Of course I do. I don't know the way. Maybe it's her mic work. Maybe it's her promo skills.
But I mean, I think Baszler. I think Baszler sucks on the mic. She sounds like a 15-year-old boy.
Definitely, dude. It's just also there's a part of me that doesn't like Ronda back to her UFC days. I never liked Ronda before WWE.
Oh.
So it's not really a big difference when she's in WWE, just beating everybody's ass. And I mean, of course, it's Ronda.
What about like Sasha and Bailey? What about Sasha when she was the champion and Bailey and they had their matches? You didn't like that time?
I never liked the fact that Sasha caught on to the whole Eddie Guerrero thing. Like, everything she does is a thing for everything she does.
But that was before that, right? That was like in NXT. She didn't really...
Yeah, even before that, though. Even before that, Sasha Banks was just never my cup of tea either. Even in NXT. Even when it was Sasha versus Bailey back in NXT, I never really caught on to it. Maybe it's their gimmicks. Maybe it's their personas, the way they carry themselves. Because, I mean, today's women are all fucking soft, dude, bro. Like, it's just, they're all fucking soft. It's just, I don't get it with them. But besides that, I wanted to ask you a question. What is your opinion on Ric Flair? I mean, they said so much about him tonight. Like, you know, he's the greatest of all time and this and that. What is your opinion on Ric Flair?
Ric Flair, I think, is probably, yeah. I guess you'd have to say he's the greatest of all time. He's not my favorite of all time, but I love Ric Flair. I mean, I do. I had to hang up on you, Jacob, because it sounded like your phone was falling down a flight of stairs. But I gotta say that Ric Flair, yeah, I mean he's in the top 10 probably of all time on that list for sure. And he's a damn legend, man. I loved him when I was a kid. You know, I think my all time is Shawn Michaels, but that's because he was more of what I watched in the early 90s, in the mid 90s, and the late 90s, and then again in the 2000s when he returned. So I'm going with. But I mean, Ric Flair is the fucking awesome. I think people are, you know, starting to get oversaturated and sick with the whole celebrating him and things like that because I think they're just bored of what they're watching on TV, and now they're dealing with that. So I think that's a little bit of an issue. But but yeah, that doesn't matter. Ric Flair is a damn legend. I love Ric Flair. But woo. Batista. I'm sorry. But no, I thought that was great. I thought that was a cool ending. I didn't really care that much for Raw. I don't know. I was falling. I actually was about to fall asleep during the Bayley and Sasha match too, and I don't think that was the Bayley and Sasha's match's fault. I just think it was the whole night's fault. Roman came out. He took a lot of time, built it up, and then he announced, "I'm good to go," and that's when my Twitter feed blew up with people saying they think he faked it. They think the whole thing was faked. I'd like to use the word embellished, but I mean, how do you embellish cancer, you know? But maybe you do. I looked at the Twitter poll, and 22% of you, of 654 people, 22% of you believe it was faked. 28% of you don't know. And 50% say it's real. So half of you believe it's real so far on Twitter, and the other two halves either are not sure or believe it's fake. And those are just the numbers. People got mad at me for putting a fucking poll out. Yeah, you're mad at me. Somebody said, take the poll down, you disgusting slob. Why am I a disgusting slob for asking the question, do you think it's fake? Did I say it was fake? No. I did not. God damn this fucking Skype shit. Fuck ass bitch fag. I didn't say it was fake. I basically was asking the people. I want to find out, do the people think that it's fake? And there's your answer. 22% believe it's fake. 28% believe that they don't know. They're unsure. And 50% believe it's all 100% real. It's just a simple question, folks. I know you all want to be, not all you guys, but I know that some people want to be Nazis and burn the books, burn the questions, burn the talk, burn the language, burn the words. Sorry, Joe Cronin doesn't burn the words. Joe Cronin doesn't burn the questions. Joe Cronin doesn't just fall in the line. Joe Cronin just doesn't, hey, go ahead, stuff that shit down my throat. Nah, I'll take it. No, I don't do that. I ask questions. We find out numbers. We find out answers. We figure shit out. I don't know. I'm asking, and that's all there is to it. If you don't ask, you never know. And if you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. But I ain't going to make an ass out of me, because I'm going to ask the questions, and I'm going to get the facts, the numbers. I'm going to get the pulse, the feeling, the vibe, the facts. And somebody else who says otherwise isn't going to know either way, because they didn't have the balls to post a poll that I did. So come on down here, and I'll tug on your beard, Triple H, and you tug on mine. And then I'll tug on Stephanie's, all right? And then we'll scare Lars, fucking whatever the fuck his name is, Lars Sullivan. We'll scare Lars Sullivan out of another SmackDown and Raw appearance. Maybe we'll do that, huh? 9 weeks in a row. He's coming. God, what is the freak gonna do when he gets here? You know what the freak's gonna do? He's gonna take that penis of his. He's gonna push it down hard, backing around until it touches his little grundle on the back of his ass. And he's gonna walk right back to wherever the hell he came from originally. And he's going to prove to you why he is no Killer Kowalski. He's going to prove to you why he's no freak. But he is going to prove to me that he is a coward. Because that's what cowards do, and that's what cowards are made of. Just like you, Vince McMahon, you are a coward. You didn't have the balls to come out tonight on Monday Night Raw, did you, Vince? You were busy in the back while Jeff Jarrett and Brian played With My Baby Tonight while tonguing your ball sack with a fiddle. Well, fiddlesticks. Because I'm not biting, I'm not buying. I almost fell asleep tonight. You had some good moments. You did some good stuff, kinda. But for a 3-hour show, didn't feel too good. I don't know what just happened just now, so let's go to some donations for a few minutes, and then we'll go back to the phones.
Super chat.
Did Ronda Rousey say ginger douche?
Ronda
Rolling
Rousey
on the floor laughing.
She did say ginger douche.
That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants.
That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants. And then Stephanie kind of looked at her like, I love Ronda. That's fucking hilarious. Fuck you. I love her.
Remember when Seth came back super hot face reaction after injury and they turned him heel at once? Nope, not gonna do it with the big dog. I hate that every week we're gonna hear Cole saying big dog.
Yeah.
And why is Batista heel in this storyline?
I guess that's how they're going. That's where they're going with it. They're gonna go with Batista's the heel. I really thought for sure they would go with Triple H as the heel, but again, we do know that the WWE has wanted Triple H to be the face because he may be taking over for Vince and all that type of stuff. So we know that they've wanted Triple H to be seen in good light. And I'm going to assume also that Batista wants to be heel, especially after his last face attempt didn't go so well, if you guys remember him winning the Rumble. Him and Triple H had fire when Batista was last on Raw, and it's good to know that Triple H healed up, apparently, because we all know Triple H was healing from that injury. And he's going to be able to face Batista at WrestleMania, looks like, and this is a wonderful way to start the whole story. Now, I didn't know that Batista was looking for Triple H's attention. That would have been a little better had they set that up, where Batista was like, so did you think about what I said on Raw? And then Triple H is like, what do you mean? You know what I mean. You never beat me or whatever. And Triple H is like, listen, Dave, yeah, maybe you're right, man. It's whatever. This year at WrestleMania, I'm focused on other things. You should worry about your movies and stuff like that. If you want to come to WrestleMania and you want to do something, I can set it up. And then Batista could say, hey, I don't think you get it. And Triple H could have been like, all right, well, whatever. And then Batista could once again have said something. But it was out of nowhere, so that was a little weird, but, whatever. It was still exciting. It was still fun. I'm not going to crap on that. And I do got to say something. Mojo Rawley. Does anybody remember back about 4, 5, 6 weeks ago on Raw when Mojo Rawley stared into a mirror for about a minute on Raw and began to question things and act crazy and start fucking laughing like a weirdo? Remember when that happened and I said, wow, that's kind of interesting. This is probably the third different thing they've attempted with Mojo Rawley now in the past 6 months, but I like that. That was funny. I hope they do. I can't wait to see what they do. Well, my co-host Jake DeMarco then went on to say, Joe, they're probably not going to do anything. And that's what I don't like about it, Jake DeMarco said. He said, we'll probably never hear about this again. I said I love the moment. He said, I agree, but it's not going anywhere probably, so I don't love it. Well, here we are. February 25th. What the fuck the point is, Vince? Why the fuck did Mojo Rawley stare into a mirror and be like, oh, they're not going to, you did this to yourself. Why did he do that? There has been zero follow-up.
What the fuck the point is, Vince?
There was no point. That was one of the more interesting things of Raw that night. Most of the things sucked ass, but I was like, that Mojo thing was kind of cool. I hope they go somewhere with that. Jake DeMarco says they won't. Jake DeMarco is right.
What the fuck the point is, Vince?
So anyway, we find out Roman's back. Unbelievable. At least he's okay. Thank God he's all right and everything, and he's doesn't have cancer. That's, in the end, that's all I care about. Fake or not fake or exaggerated or how much he had or whatever people want to say about it. I'm just happy another human being's seemingly okay. And then we get Ricochet with it. Just, man, that Ricochet entrance is fire. The lights are spewing and slamming around, and it looks like a goddamn superhero. He looks like the superhero that, Neville just didn't end up being for Vince McMahon. And then Aleister Black, and they're versus the Revival. Only problem here for the Revival is they are the tag team champions, and yet they were beaten fairly quickly. So it was a fairly quick and convincing victory for two non-title holders who, I just, I don't understand. I don't understand. Why do you set up the Revival, and the only thing that they've got going is they're this classic tag team. They're so damn good. They're going to be so good. You put the belts on these guys, and then they lose again. Again. The new tag team champions lose again. Why in the world isn't a different tag team facing? I mean, maybe it's like, well, Dash and Dawson are the best. Like, this is going to be a good match. Put them together. The chemistry, it's going to be great. So you figure, like, all right, we're going to sacrifice the champions in order to put on a better match. So I guess that's the theory behind this. We're going to sacrifice the champions to put on a better match. Okay. But I just don't understand that. However, it was one of my favorite parts of the night. Seeing Ricochet and Aleister Black tag. They had an exciting opening. They win the match. That's great. Not great for the Revival. Charlie Caruso's backstage with Baron Corbin. I couldn't give a shit about that. And I just totally zoned out at that point on that whole thing, but whatever. Let's take a phone call. 502, what's up?
What's up, Joe?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, man. I don't know if you noticed, but I am totally convinced that Vince and Dunn and everybody backstage has to do a production. They do whatever they can to sabotage everything in NXT. I don't know if you noticed, but Ricochet's entrance, you noticed how the letters were so huge that you literally could be like, what the fuck? It's like the same thing they did with Finn Balor, zooming into the crotch and shit like that. It's like Kevin Dunn has to have that big feel that, he has to make everybody see that one thing. And I'm like, there was nothing wrong with that NXT. Cien Almas. What was wrong with Cien Almas? Andrade. Honestly.
Well,
what the fuck?
What did you know? Well, okay, so I'm normally on board with that, but I didn't notice. To me, I might have missed it, but I didn't notice anything bad about Ricochet.
I didn't miss shit with that one. Oh, I was pissed.
I thought Ricochet looked great. I thought he looked great coming out, but I guess I missed what happened. What are you talking about?
Okay, like like on the entrance, like on the Titantron, how the letters Ricochet, how they're smallish, but tonight they were like expanded. It's like going into font size and enlarging. They enlarged his name, on the Titantron. And I'm sitting there like, it did not have that. Do not change what isn't broken.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they've got like different operating procedures over there. I mean, maybe it's the set. I don't know. I honestly, that part I wasn't bothered by that. But I get what you're saying, because other times they have, altered things that it's like, why the hell did they change that? They didn't need to do that. But I really think, thank you for the call. But I don't know, man. I think that you're I don't know, man. I think you're reaching on this. I don't think there was any problem with Ricochet's entrance. I liked his entrance. I literally liked his entrance. I literally thought, like, wow, that was awesome. Like, Ricochet was coming out, and I was, like, fucking pumped up. And I was excited about it. So, I didn't feel like I needed to complain about Ricochet's entrance at all. That was my favorite part of the show. Except for the ending,
I got 99%, but EC3 ain't one. Hit me.
EC3, baby. Yeah, a lot of people thinking that a lot of people think Roman's thing is fake, all that stuff. I don't. Again, I think they just kind of like embellished it and used it as much as they could, like you use everything. I just can't believe a company that works with all these cancer organizations and everything would do that. So, but I do get the conspiracy, though. I get it. Like, I get why people are saying that. I get it. And I'm kind of, I keep an open mind, but I do get where the conspiracy comes from. It seems a little strange. I get it. Dark Mighty AWC, thank you for subscribing to the Joe Cronin Show. And I thought the opening, the tag match was great. I thought that was a great opening to WWE Raw. Gulf Coast Obesity Epidemic, thank you for subscribing. Do we have one? I guess we do. We talk about the birthday tease. Then Elias is in the ring. And then that's when we get another entrance by What's-Her-Face from the 50s.
Super Chat Party.
What's up, Jim?
This show is a bore. Renee's ACUNT 4/10.
Hey, Jim, thanks for the $1.99. I agree, man. I mean, other than, I'm just running down the show real quick. The tag match was great. I'm not sure how long it was. It was like 7 minutes or something, or 8 minutes. Roman's opening statement was all right. So that was interesting to see what he was going to say and whatever. The tag match after that was good. I thought the stuff with Elias was pretty good. Lacey Evans coming out again, going back, and then Dean Ambrose interrupts. And, I liked that he swung the guitar at him like he would always do that, and Dean ducked it, barely ducked it, actually, almost got hit by it. And then Dean Dirty Deeds'd him after mentioning the AC/DC song. That was whatever, stupid, but whatever. And it was about this time where things just started, falling apart for me. Then Natalya and Ronda Rousey versus the Riot Squad. I was pretty much bored by this. I couldn't care. Natalya and Ronda Rousey DQ win, whatever. But then Becky Lynch shows up. It was kind of cool. One security guard had sort of attempted to stop her for a second. Then eventually they held her down, and then Ronda and her kind of fought sloppily, and then the police came out. That was the cool. I did like how they had the security, then the referees, the agents, but then the police came rushing out, so that was way more believable. So that was okay. But once again, Stone Cold Steve Austin did it a lot better, so this sucks, Vince McMahon and Steve Austin, they've done the arrest thing with so many people so many times after Stone Cold. And every single time I feel like it gets worse and worse. It gets more watered down and more worse. When Stone Cold got arrested, dude, it fucking felt like he was being arrested. And if you haven't seen Monday Night Raw 1998 or 97 and 99, you need to go back and watch that. Because the first time and the second time Steve Austin is arrested, again, it pretty much kind of is believable that this guy's getting arrested. It's very convincing. It looks raw. It looks rough. This just looked goofy to me. And maybe that's me. If you're a kid, maybe it worked out for you. Not for me. I liked what they did. I might have done the same thing. I just would have been like, let's make this look real. Let's not make this look goofy. And I feel like it comes off cartoony and goofy. So at this point, the show is just starting to really go downhill for me. Kurt Angle and Jinder Mahal, I just wanted to die. Kurt Angle gets the victory. Alexa Bliss came out, and that's when I fell asleep. And then I woke up to a Lio Rush versus Finn Balor match, which was pretty good. Finn Balor ends up getting the victory. Bobby Lashley versus Braun Strowman, I couldn't give a shit. Nia Jax versus Bayley, ugh. Drew McIntyre versus Ambrose was a no DQ match that, Dean had asked for earlier during the Elias segment. I thought it was all right, but not really. Drew McIntyre gets the victory as Dean Ambrose continues putting people over tour before leaving the company, which is, good on Ambrose. I think it's something he wants to do. Bayley versus Nia Jax is a waste of my life and time. Could have used maybe the top 1%. But Bayley and Nia Jax happens anyway. Previewing their tag match, I guess that's going to happen that I don't even remember about. Bayley gets the victory over Nia Jax. And then the whole Ric Flair party starts and everything gets going. It's dragged on. There's only 3 minutes left in the show. And Ric Flair hasn't come out yet. So with only 3 minutes left in the show and Ric Flair not coming out yet, that leads me to believe he is not coming out. He is going to be attacked in the back. And I thought Becky Lynch is going to attack him to get at Charlotte. But how's Becky Lynch going to get out of jail that quickly? You know, I don't understand that, but they've done it before, so I guess that's what's going to happen. Oh, there's 2 minutes left, and Ric Flair's still not out here. Holy shit, is that Dave Bautista dragging a cameraman? And oh my God, Dave Bautista's going to beat the shit out of Flair to get to Triple H for some reason, even though he didn't need to. I mean, the whole thing made no sense. I loved it. But now correct Joe Cronin. Correct me if I'm wrong. Perhaps I am wrong. Was Dave Bautista looking for Triple H's attention? Now next week they can fix this by, Batista saying, I emailed you, I texted you, I called you after that Monday Night Raw, where I basically challenged you in front of the world. You heard those people, and you decided to ignore me. I asked you about WrestleMania months ago. You ignored me. I asked you about the Royal Rumble. I want to be in the Royal Rumble, I said. You ignored me. That's why I did what I did last week. See, I know how to get attention from Triple H. I know what he loves. I know what he cares about. And if I have to Triple H, Paul, I'll do it again. And maybe it will hit a little closer to home the next time I do it. So, Paul, you don't want to ignore Batista this time. What happened to Ric Flair was Triple H's warning. What happens next? It's like that is what he needs to do. To tie up the loose end of what, do I have your attention now, Triple H? What are you talking about? So, but that little bit of a plot holy thing aside, once again, I loved what they did. It was a swerve that unfortunately was slightly ruined by the fact that Raw now has to go off the air at 11 p.m. every single night. When I was a wrestler, I can't tell you how many times I said something out loud that I went, that doesn't make any sense with what we're doing, or this, I think I just fucked that up. But you can come up with a line next that fixes it. And a lot of times if you do that, it's like, oh, wow, it all makes sense now. So if they add that to it, you will build that storyline to make it way more believable. But if you never mention it, it will still be in people's heads, in the back of their mind. They're like, what was he ignoring him? He wasn't. When did we ever know that? So anyway, that's how I feel, and that's what I think Batista should do next week. That's what I would do. But there's a lot of things I would do that WWE couldn't give a shit about. But let's play some donations, guys. What's up to the chat? My buddy DeMarco's power is out. That's why he's not here, guys. And he's got no 3G out there. But I'm trying to, I'm carrying the deal, man. This is old school 2013 style right now.
Give me a hell yeah!
Good to see Drax the Destroyer finally got revenge on Thanos. That wrinkly old nutbag face. Happy birthday, Ric Flair. Woo, I'm high. What's up, Joe?
What is up, Gorilla Strong, man? I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for the 316. And thank you guys for the donations in the gaming stream yesterday, too, and the ones during this stream. As always, I get no money, really, from YouTube because I swear in things and the adpocalypse, so you guys fund the show. Super chat. So you know the deal with the donations.
WWE using SJW, virtue signal booking for ratings.
Not a bad idea, Goon. It may not be what anybody likes, but when you think about it, it's not a bad idea. You know, I mean, from their standpoint, if that's even true, okay, if that's even true, I'm still not willing to just say anything has been faked or anything like that. I'm simply just, I'm observing what the fans are saying, and the fact is about 30% of the people are convinced it's not real.
Pour me a beer, you've got a new subscriber.
At least that's what they say. Shane Caulfield, thanks for subbing to the channel, man. Have a beer. Have a drink. Raw used to stay on the air longer. Yeah. Well, tonight was 11. They go off the air every night at 11 now. They have a new deal. They have to be off by 11.
Get it, man. Here we go. About to get
Just
it,
like
man.
SmackDown's off at 10.
Here we go. Oh, no.
Roman was never sick. He looks healthier now than before. What cancer patient has time to film movies and work out while getting treatment? Die, Vince.
God Phoenix 66X. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. I mean, you know, supposedly it's a very minor cancer that had come on, caught at the very beginning stages, that you could even do pills for, take pills and a minor. Chemo doesn't even get rid of all your hair. There are some chemos that don't take all your hair. I saw a lot of people on Twitter that were angry. People that were angry, everyone makes it very personal. There were people that were angry who knew people who had cancer and said, you shouldn't say it's fake. I have family members that have cancer. But I also ran across people on Twitter in the hundreds saying, it is fake. My family had cancer, and this is insulting. He didn't have cancer. So you literally had both people on both sides of the spectrum, one saying he does, and I'm insulted because I have cancer in the family, one saying he's a fake because they're saying they have cancer in the family. Everybody really made this personal on Twitter. One way or the other, they emotionally attach themselves. Folks, let me just throw out your emotion. Throw out what you know about cancer in your family or your friend, and remember that every situation is different. Now, I think it's bizarre as well that the guy's filming shit for a movie for months. He's on Nickelodeon. He's doing all this shit everywhere, and now he's back here and he's wrestling again. I thought he looked a little bit weak myself over the last couple months and everything. Maybe he's got a very minor version of this leukemia. They do say it's 1 to 4 months for this type. I looked it up on Google. Can take a pill. Doesn't always have chemo. Sometimes it's one chemo and then pills. And then if it doesn't, whatever, I'm not a doctor, but I did see some of that. So I'm not really sure what to tell you. I am keeping an open mind. I don't want to insult Roman by not believing anything. So I'm open-minded. I don't know. I'm going to believe he had it. I think it was just a very minor version of it. And they used it to the best of their advantage that they could. But I think a lot of people are insulted because their family members died of a severe cancer or suffered for months and years with cancer. And here's a guy on TV who's got money and he's popular, and he's like, I've got cancer. And then 3 months later, I'm good to go. You know, it's just people don't like that. I wonder, most people are going to just be like, hell yeah, whatever you say, I'm down. But there's a lot of people out there that are mad about this, that even if he does have it and everything was normal and you believe it 100%, there's still people mad. And I think they're mad because it's almost like taunting people like who have suffered through this shit. Like, you're coming out here getting all this sympathy and love and, oh, God, no. It's like, dude, and people are saying, well, my dad spent 2 years fighting it and then died. Who the hell are you? And I think that's what you're seeing a lot of right now from people. My dad had diabetes, but I don't come on here crying about diabetes every second, and he died of it. And I make fun of diabetes and shit because I'll make a joke out of anything. I don't care. It's not personal. I'm not attacking anybody who's diabetes or has anything, or my father. It's a joke, and I don't care what anything is. I can make a joke out of anything. But my dad died of diabetes, and I'm not going to get mad if somebody on WWE comes out and, whatever the case. By the way, let's assume I want you to play along. The 30% of you who believe it was fake, I'd like you to play along with me for a second. Because I believe if this is true that he had this particular type of leukemia, I believe one of the ways that it is fixed so quickly nowadays is because recently they've come up with stem cells to replace something or other that fixes the whole thing. And it's weird to think that back in 2004, the president, George Bush, vetoed stem cell research. So, if George Bush hadn't done that, do you know how many people died probably or like suffered from leukemia? All because like God told me we're not supposed to have stem cells. God told me I'm not supposed to do stem cells. So, stem cells are huge. And they've only recently been able to perfect this stuff in the last 8 years. But it really should have been done fucking 20 years ago. But we couldn't do it because it was banned in America. Go look it up. We said no to stem cells, but yes to the Patriot Act. And now we are here with stem cells that might have saved Roman. So it's kind of pretty crazy to think about that. If, assuming that's what he did, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm open-minded, man. I'm open to hearing what anybody has to say. If you think it was bullshit and you got some better reasons why, we'll never know, man, unless you get the fucking proof, like the paperwork, the real paperwork. But I'm gonna try to believe them because I think it would be a sick, evil, twisted, evil thing if they were lying. And I even think it's a little bit twisted if they embellished it, which I really think they did. I really think at the very least they embellished it. But it's wrestling, and honestly, guys, I can look you guys dead in the face right now. If I was a wrestler, or I used to be, but if I was wrestling or if I was doing whatever, and I found out that I had some kind of sickness and I could make a couple bucks off it and also bring awareness and use it, shit, I might do it too. I might do it. I might make it seem as dire as possible. And, that's just wrestling, and that's what we all love, so I maybe remember that. Now, I'm still not a fan of Roman's character. The guy, Joe and Noah are in the real Roman Reigns. Hope the guy lives till he's 100. Don't want anybody to be sick, ever. Still not a fan of the character. Still not feeling it when he speaks. Even tonight. I wanted to feel it, man. I didn't feel it tonight. I'm very happy for him that he's okay. And I hope he's wrestling for a long time. But I did not feel it.
Super Chat Party.
Good morning, America put on fake hate crime. Why wouldn't they put on fake cancer? He faked it. Roman is fake cancer. People will hate him again. Raised fist, light skin tone.
Hey, know some Shive. You have now been banned. Since you called me JD, I will act like JD and now ban you from the chat, you retard idiot. I have been doing this longer than JD. I have been criticizing WWE longer than JD. That is a fact, not an opinion. And you can go back and watch my YouTube channels and feel stupid. You can go back to, whether you want to go back to 2012 or 2011 or 2010 or 2009 on my old channel, which I actually took down, but I'll put the videos up for you if you want to see them. I was doing this way before him, and I was criticizing WWE. The whole reason I came on YouTube to talk WWE was because I was so angry with the product. And that's when I put out my first vlogs and rants on the WWE. You can go look up the facts on that and realize that you're a retard. While I was doing that, JD was busy. I killed somebody in Call of Duty. I killed somebody in Call of Duty. Oh, man. Oh, shit, man. The Call of Duty views are going down. The Call of Duty views are going down. Fucking Call of Duty. And then that's when he decided, how can I get more attention on YouTube? Because this Call of Duty thing isn't working out too well. By the way, you can go prove this to yourself by going back into the archives of 2010, 11, 12, and 13. So while Joe Cronin was doing all kinds of things, including doing WWE rants and stuff, before I created the Joe Cronin Show channel in 2012, Mr. Catman was playing Call of Duty, hoping to get views, but Call of Duty died. He even went on raves and rants about it, fighting with Keemstar and everybody that would listen about how Call of Duty was dead. And that's when he realized, ha-ha, I can exploit wrestling. I know a little something about that. I can exploit that for views. So that's when he did that. Good job. Joe Cronin was doing it before him. But nice try. Nice try saying I'm a copycat. Nice try. I was doing it first. And the video dates prove it. Just like I pay my car payments. Fortunately, I pay my car payments. And unfortunately, just like Mustang Fuck said in November that I would never get a house for my kids and wife, I am now sitting in a house for my kids and wife. Just like Cody Rhodes said, shock factor's out the window and Vince Russo's a homophobe. But then a week later, a man slammed his wife using his cock. I am not a fake double standard. I am real as fuck. And that's why the real as fuck t-shirt sold like it did months ago. You can play games all you want. Joe Cronin's been doing commentary for 7 years. Joe Cronin was trained in wrestling. Joe Cronin was a referee. Joe Cronin did commentary, and then in the main event, in front of 700 people in Fall River, Massachusetts, 3 years ago, Joe Cronin asked little old JD to come out of the crowd and do commentary with him. And then little JD said, "Oh, I like this." Then Joe Cronin told our buddy in New York, Isaac, to get this guy a job. And then Isaac got you a job announcing. And now all of a sudden, that was your dream since you were a little kid. Actually, it was my dream. So I went out and tried to achieve it, and tried to do this and tried to do that. I didn't have somebody else go, "Let me show you how to do everything, and then you can say you did it first." Look up the facts if you got to question it, my friend. Now that you're banned in the chat, look up the facts. And I want you to look in the mirror, and as you realize that you're wrong and the numbers just don't line up and the tears run down your face and mommy comes in the room to beat you again, I want you to remember this face that I'm making right now. Anyway, I've been doing these rants before anybody on YouTube. Suck my cock, brother. Okay, not before anybody on YouTube, but before good old Catboy. Look it up. 2007. Look it up.
Give me a hell yeah!
They should have saved for the return of Roman for Black Mountain, North Carolina. We have a local here named Thomas that would have masturbated for the first time ever. I hear he's doing whale calls at a local Golden Corral. Anyway, I say Roman faked it.
Wow, Mayor of Black Mountain 316 says Roman faked it. Wow. That is there's a lot of conspiracy talk going on right now. There's a lot of people super chat. Man, would Vince do something so sick?
Faked it. Vince won't go that far.
Broken Line, what's up, Broken Line? I can't believe they did either, man. I just can't believe that they would do that.
I whooped Santa Claus's ass.
Macho Man.
I stunned Santa Claus's ass.
Does it say Macho Man Potential?
I stunned Santa Claus's ass. Oh well, yeah.
Remember Vince did the God angle, which was worse considering the percentage of Christians to cancer patients. Plus Roman was never going to get over, and this automatic gets him over. See Baron Corbin's promo tonight. It draws no heat, only sympathy. Jenny.
I don't think Macho, thanks for the donation, Macho. I don't think that the God angle was even that bad, you know? I mean Vince was, you know, Vince had Triple H fuck a corpse, you know? I mean, and Vince was going to bang his own daughter to have a kid and all kinds of shit. You know, I think that stuff was worse than the God angle stuff. The God stuff was kind of funny, you know? I don't know. I just... Shit, I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know. What did this, JD went crazy over this Valena girl on Twitter. Oh, yeah, that girl's a psycho, man. That girl, everybody says she tries to bang anything that moves. So he's probably, you mean he's probably going crazy over wanting to bang her because she'll bang anybody, apparently. At least that's what I heard. That fucking girl's a psycho. You just watch her for 5 minutes, you'll realize she's a nutcase.
Here we go, about to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no.
If Roman's cancer is indeed a work, would he use this to turn heel after Rollins wins the belt at WrestleMania?
Joe Green, what's up, Joe? You know, if I was the WWE, I'd use it as... I would have used something a long time ago to turn Roman heel. Roman should have been heel 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Dude, just go look up my videos on Roman turning heel. We had like 900 ideas for Roman turning heel over the last 4 years, and it never happened. He definitely should have turned heel in the last 2 years. For God's sake, I mean, the guy, they'd never turn him heel. They're never going to turn him heel now. Now they got people cheering. Everyone's cheering for him now. Now he can never be heel. Maybe he could be. I don't know. Yeah. Sick of it, though.
First of all, how? I want to see the belt on your dog. Second, I believe the cancer is real, because he had lost muscle mass and yeah, he got physical. I bet his first match back, the earliest, will be at WrestleMania.
Casey is raw. Thank you for the 316. Oh, man, somebody said an idea yesterday, and it was basically Hogan at WrestleMania 9. Can you imagine if Brock Lesnar beat Seth Rollins and then beat him down at the end? Can you imagine that? If Brock Lesnar beats Seth Rollins at WrestleMania and then Roman came down to the ring to like help Seth and then Brock, for some dumb reason, Brock was like, you want some? Come get the belt, you know, and then Roman beat him for the belt at Mania as a surprise. And they pulled a WrestleMania 9 Hogan, Bret Hart, Yokozuna. Dude, I'm not even joking about that. God, I could see that happening. I could also see, because Roman originally was supposed to beat Brock like he did, and then Roman was going to carry the torch. Like he's the guy now. Like that's it. But when he gets sick and he gets sidelined, they had to do something else, and then they went with Seth because they didn't know what was going to happen. You know, Roman was the only guy from the new generation that was able to beat Lesnar. That was a big deal. Who Lesnar was going to pass this torch off to or give a win to was a big deal. Huge deal. Yeah, Goldberg he beat, whatever. He's a legend. Undertaker he beat, yeah, he's a legend. Or beat him rather. You know, those were different situations because those guys were legends of the past and things like that. But no current superstar could beat him. Even the WWE champion of over a year, AJ Styles, couldn't beat him. Nobody could beat him. And so I could see Roman, like Seth almost losing at WrestleMania, and then Roman Reigns the next night on Raw beating Brock Lesnar for the title or something like that, and them going right into the plans they had. I mean, yeah, I think Roman could be way more interesting as a heel, but you can't do it now. Just like you can't march out Lars fucking Sullivan, who's scared of his own shadow, who they pumped up for 9 weeks as the Freak. The monster, the Freak. Oh, he's insane. He's crazy. But then there's no there's no Lars because Lars is scared of his own shadow and he can't come out. Can't come out to play Lars Sullivan. And I know JD's going to listen to all of this and he's going to copy everything I'm saying and make a review and everything. I know he's going to do that. That's what he does. I get it. People tell me all the time. I know what he does. He grabs all the stuff I'm saying, uses it, then spews it out, and then makes fun of me without saying my name or whatever. He's afraid to say my name. I get it. Whatever. He's afraid of things. He's a small guy. He's very tiny. It's like Joe Rogan. He's like a midget. You know, Rogan's like that too. He's afraid to ask the tough questions when he's got guys in front of him like the scumbag from Twitter, Jack Dorsey, and he can't ask a question because he's about this big, even though he knows judo. He's a fucking little goddamn midget. I get it. I get the fucking thing when you're tiny, you get angry at everything. I get it. Shit happens. But the bottom line is Lars Sullivan's afraid of his shadow, and so he can't just come out as the monster like nothing happened. And Roman Reigns is now over with like everybody because God, who would boo this guy now? I think the love fest is going to last until just after WrestleMania, and then you can go back to wondering what he's going to do heel wise. They kept it safe with the Shield thing tonight. I don't know what they're going to do, man. Maybe there'll be a tag match at WrestleMania with Dean and Roman. They'll all celebrate at the end for a last time as the Shield, as Seth Rollins beats Brock Lesnar with the title, maybe. Maybe that's what will happen. Will you be happy then? How many people think it's fake in the chat? I know there's a small percentage of people that believe that Roman faked it. Do you think it's fake or real? Type real or fake in the chat. I want to see that.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no.
Don't be shocked if Vince put him up. We talking about Vince here.
Yeah.
The same man who tried to get away with faking being blown up until Benoit.
What was that? Benoit? Oh, man. Faking being blown up until Benoit. Oh, man. Oh, that, I mean, but that was like an obvious storyline. I mean, like, that's an obvious storyline. The new Ulysses Smith III. What a name. You know, that was such an obvious storyline. I mean, you know, yeah, when you say faking his death, that sounds, whoa, he tried to fake his death? But it wasn't like that. It was goofy. You know what I mean? Kind of. You know, it's not like the cancer thing. The cancer thing felt 100% real.
About to get it, man. Here we go.
Which is crazy because nothing else usually does.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no.
Stephanie McMahon's growling voice is annoying.
Yeah, her voice has gotten pretty horsey over the years. Donnie M, thanks for the $5. A lot of people think it was. I think it seems like more people think it's real, but there is a 20 to 30%. I feel like the poll on Twitter is right. You know, most people do think it's real, but there is a 20% or 30% of you that think it's fake, and some people that don't know, and that seems to be the consensus of what I'm seeing and what I've seen on Twitter.
Police will investigate next week and will determine Roman Reigns paid 2 black cancer cells $3,500 by check to attack him on a sidewalk in Chicago at 3.
DJM3, thank you, man. Me and Justin Bailey talked a whole lot about that on our other fucking show over on the youtube.com/corrupted podcast channel. So I appreciate that. Bro, I'll ban everybody if I have to. I'll fucking ban all of you right now.
Help me.
Let's play. Let's play the game, bro. Let's play. You brought up JD, not me, you cunt fuckers. You brought him up, not me. You bring him up every second, I'll talk about him. I'll give you the honest answer. If you don't like it, fuck off. Get out of my chat, fag pussy. Tommy's Underwear, thanks for the $5. I appreciate it. Help you? Well, no, there's no helping you. But eventually the shit will burn a hole in you, and it will start to fall out and everything, and it will just go everywhere, and you know you'll be clean. You'll disintegrate, and then you'll have to go buy some new ones. You'll have to go buy some new ones, and you can just fade away into a trash compile somewhere. Super chat.
Raw ending was lit 6/10 show JB and Cronin tonight.
I'm having a blast tonight, man. Glorious Eugene, thank you for the $2, and I appreciate that. I'm having a blast, man. I get to go off tonight. I get to have a fun time. Because Raw didn't make me have a good time.
About to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no.
Rhonda has a legit breathing illness called apraxia. It affects her promos. She had it as child. Roster is getting packed with all these NXT call-ups.
J18, thank you for that, man. I like Rhonda's promos because they feel real. I mean, sometimes it does it worries me a little bit when she, like, gets too hyper on the mic and then she kind of, like, you can tell she's losing herself. But a lot of the times I like her promos.
That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants?
That's hilarious. That's what the ginger douche and cunts wants? Cunts? Dude, Ronda Rousey said about Becky, that's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants. The ginger douche in cuffs. Jesse W., thanks for subbing to the channel.
That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants?
That's hilarious. That's funny, man. I like Ronda's promos because I never know what the hell she's going to do.
That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants?
Nobody even noticed she said that, but it was hilarious.
Pour me a beer. You've got a new subscriber.
Nick Nation, thank you for subbing to the channel, man. I appreciate that. I love you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why do you got to tell me to leave a guy alone that you guys brought up? You brought him up, Todd Tate, you fucking retard. You brought him up. I mentioned what somebody else brought up. So fuck you. Peanut Butter 524, what's up? Welcome to the show, bro. You are a tard, bro. You are a tard, dude. Get the fuck out of my chat. You brought him up. You obsess over it. You mention him, and I will respond. So shut the fuck up.
Pour me a beer. You've got a new subscriber.
Matthew Frederick, what's up, bro?
You want me to call Ryback right now?
Ryback denounced or denied people tried to get Ryback to shout me out on the Super Chat. Whatever those fucking sites are.
He lost weight. Takes 4 months to end.
Jake Horror, what's up, man? He didn't look 100% to me ever when I see him. That's just how I noticed it. He looked a little tired and sickly.
Here we go.
I mean, I look tired and sickly.
Here we go. Oh, no.
Degeneration X versus the Guardians of the Galaxy at WrestleMania. Book it, Vince.
Oh my god, dude, imagine that. Oh my god, that would be the worst. Like, God Phoenix, thanks, man. Like, Vince Russo would have booked that in WCW in like 2001 or whatever. Like, fucking Rocket Raccoon would have fallen from the ceiling and it would have been like a midget in an outfit. And he wins the match for them out of nowhere when it would look like it was just, you know, Star-Lord and Batista, Drax and Batista or whatever. And then at the very end, a midget in Rocket Raccoon outfit comes down from the ceiling. That would be how Vince Russo would have booked that. I'm convinced of that. God Phoenix, thank you, man. That was fucking hilarious.
Superman punch in my rectum. Give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns.
What if this happens after Roman's promo? You hear the music start as Vince walks down to say he isn't cured but he will win a free bill of health if he beats Lesnar in a win-or-die match at WrestleMania.
Oh my
That
god.
right there, ladies and gentlemen, is ratings.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Patty Melt Smith, thank you for the $14. That's fucked up, but hilarious. I am going to go back to the calls in a minute. Love you guys. Jason Bowles, or Bowles, or Bowles, Boles? I don't fucking know. I'm stupid.
Pour me a beer. You've got a new subscriber.
Vlog. Thank you for following me and subbing to the channel. Michael Too Serious. What's up, Michael? I think I missed Michael's calls. He was calling a little bit earlier. What's up, Michael? Phone lines are open again, 339-226-6610. If you want to call in, I will put you on the show, and you can say whatever you want Rafael Rodriguez. What's up? How you doing in the chat? Why would Roman bring the Shield back when Dean is leaving? Well, I think they want a final hurrah or whatever. And I'm not joking. I really think that they're thinking about something like that. So, not joking. Dimitri, thanks for subbing to the channel. If that's who it was. I might have missed your name.
I'm about to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, no.
What's up, old school?
We have to remember Roman is a world-class athlete with world-class doctors. It's not hard to believe he was able to beat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's another thing. He's a strong guy with a very curable form of leukemia. It's not believable that he couldn't beat it in a month and a half, 2 months, and monitor it and be clear of it, and then work out a little bit, start doing everything right again, and be told he's in remission and they're watching it, but should be good to go. 80% of these cancers end up fine after this. I don't know, and he's had it before.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it,
I
man.
can't believe they would fake this. I can't believe it. I don't believe they would do it.
Whether he is really sick or not, I don't know, but it was utterly stupid they put him in the ring this soon, cause it makes it look like he faked it.
Yeah, Johnny Sinister. Oh, Johnny Ray Sinister. What's up, Johnny? Johnny Ray Sinister. How you doing, Johnny Ray? Thank you for the $5, Johnny. Good to hear from you, man. I enjoyed you and Drew the other day, almost molesting each other outside. Yeah, I just think that, you opened up the door for the conspiracy people to say, like, oh, there's no way he's ever had anything. But, I mean, I don't know. I can't worry about
Joe
that.
Cronin is God and JD is Jesus. What God creates he can destroy. Sup Joe, I don't care what anyone says, you're the realest guy in the room. I don't think he faked it, but I do know that they used it to their advantage and it worked. I almost cried.
Yeah, it was pretty good, man. That AEW wrestling guy, thanks, man. I'm just happy Roman's okay. That's the best news of whatever the hell happened or was whatever happened. Just glad a guy is all right who has a kid, That's really what I cared about. Whatever, though. But it's interesting to talk about, and there's a 20% of the fans, I can tell you, from what I see on the polls on Twitter, 100% believe it was fake. 20% of you out there. So, we did what we did, but Michael, too serious. What's up, Michael?
Spotted dick.
Spotted dick. You want some spotted dick out there in England? How you doing there?
Are you looking forward to Triple H and Batista at WrestleMania, Joe?
Am I looking forward to who?
Batista and Triple H at WrestleMania.
Yes, Triple H at WrestleMania against Batista. It's going to be one of the most amazing events we've ever seen. I don't know. What's up, Michael? Yeah. Yeah, now you're going to do me? Yeah, dude. Actually, I really am. I never thought I'd say that because I never liked Batista. I never was a Batista guy. But when I saw them on Raw with that reaction and what they were saying and shit, I was like, oh, God, I don't know why. But all of a sudden, I want to see that. When Batista won the Rumble, I was pissed. But now I'm interested in this. Yes, I do want to see it. I can't believe it. But yes, I do want to see it.
But I mean, I feel like Ricochet and Alistair are all placed in the wrong place. What do you do with them now? Where do you go from them now? I just don't know what they're going to do anymore. I would honestly put Drew McIntyre and Alistair at SummerSlam. I put that, but I might put it at WrestleMania. I don't know, but I think that would be a decent match, to be honest.
I don't think Vince knows what he's doing with them either. I think he's just like, we need something new. We need to showcase somebody, and they're being used as like a showcase right now. My only issue is using it too much against tag team champions is kind of weird to me. But I loved them tonight. That was one of my favorite things of the night. If you added up the Ric Flair segment, which was like 3 minutes, and, Ronda calling Becky a douche, and that match with Ricochet, I mean, I think I enjoyed about, 18 minutes of a 3-hour show.
But I think everybody was expecting Becky to come out last week. She didn't.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Right.
I think you expected it as well. I think everybody wanted a milk truck or some fucking beer truck, some Stone Cold shit, but we expect too much, and it's just not going to happen, to be honest. Vince is just
quite honestly, even when they do it, it's never that good because it just doesn't come across the same way. It comes across goofy. When McMahon did that back in the late 90s, it's like with Steve Austin, like that shit felt so real and you were so angry and shit. Like you were for real when that was going on. This feels goofy.
I've seen all the gifs on like Twitter and everything before of Stone Cold with the handcuffs on, like walking up the Titantron. Like it just wasn't the same. Like you can't compare that to what happened tonight. You know what I mean? Like people comparing it, I just don't get it.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you can compare it.
You can't compare Becky Lynch to Stone Cold. Come on.
You can't do it. I get the comparisons, but it's not working the same at all. It's okay though. I don't mind it. I kind of like what they're doing, but I'm just putting Charlotte in here and making it a triple threat is doing what I thought it would do, which is kind of take some of the fun out of what was going on. And even though maybe it will be a better match in the end, it's I don't know. It's like it's not as good to me. It's okay.
I mean, where was Charlotte tonight? Where was Charlotte?
I thought we might hear from her too. Her dad's there, yeah.
Yeah, I thought she'd be in the ring, and I honestly thought Becky would.
Where's Arn Anderson? Arn Anderson got fired. He should have been out there with the Horseman thing. But no, Arn Anderson was fired. Michael, I'm going to let you go, man, because I got to move on. But, dude, anything you want to say before I let you go? It's good to hear from you, by the way.
Just spotted dick, by the way.
All right, Michael, thanks, man.
Take care.
You're the band. Thanks for calling all the way from the UK. Cheers to Michael. Yeah, no Arn Anderson because he was fired. Apparently got into a fight with Vince about something that happened at a house show, or not really sure what happened at a house show, but something happened at a house show. And Arn Anderson, after like 18 years in the company, has been fired. I know that we brought in Bruce Pritchard, which is another big deal. 931, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
How you doing, man? What'd you think?
Man, I'm just thinking about this shit and fucking, I just can't get over the fact that there's 10 titles. There's too many people on the roster. I believe that all these releases and cuts are a good thing. I think sometimes less is more, and at the rate this company is going, man, they just need to do away with a lot of people.
There's a lot of people that want to be released, they won't release. They literally like TJP asked for his release, and they said no, they wanted him to go to the UK, and he said no, and so then they released him. And same thing with Kenta, but it's like I don't think there's a lot of people that they're not releasing a lot of people at all. There should be a lot of people that are gone. Some of these recent ones, like their contract was up anyway. So yeah, I did say 931 Cody. Why, you calling from 931 also? You might have been. I do want to take a second to shout out the associate producers as they stand right now. There's a couple we got to add. See if I can get them on here. People that are on Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, or downloaded the Patreon app, who get 30 hours of bonus content a month and support all the shows over there, plus the YouTube as well that you get to see here. In the description box down below, we got Brian Himmelfarb, Justin Mcneil, Gary Metzler, Jabroni Jabber Podcast, Mikey Tukrikey, Big Bad Ads, Gerald Armstrong, Nikki J, Frog Kid, Ryan Pelletier, Bulldog Club, Coop the Comedian, The Bear 1322, Vito, V2 of Doom, CJ Bradley, Jared Barron, and Awonddy. And I think we also had somebody recently. Also want to welcome Daniel Killer B for going up to the VIP on Patreon, and Brock Lobster and the Great Deity as well. All guys jumping up their patron pledges or joining Patreon the last couple of days. We hit a record on Patreon. We did. We're actually almost at the record. Not quite there. Currently 358 patrons. So we are about 6-7 away from the record. But we did hit the record for VIPs. So that's pretty damn cool. So thank you guys to that. I'm going to go back to the phones in a second. Super chat. I may put you on.
You seen the fan who says AJ came out a tree?
AJ came out a tree? What? The Goon, thanks for the donation. Somebody explain that to me. I have no idea what he's talking about. Coop the Humpster Broski.
My family has fed cats to our customers low-key for decades. Mustang Man is our best customer.
Oh,
if we
God.
can get away with it despite the controversy, then why can't WWE pull a veil over this? They finally got Ronan over by hook or by crook.
Yeah. I guess you're right, Gook, the Humpster Broski. Thanks for the $4. I mean, I did say this. When Roman got sick, I said, there's no way they're doing this. This would be a PR nightmare to do that. You know, I did say that.
Pour me a beer. You've got
It's
a
like,
new
nothing has
subscriber.
changed. We're just asking the question, why are there so many people out there that believe it's fake? That's the question we're asking. But, yeah, no, I never believed they would do this, because if it got found out, it would be horrific. Alicia, thank you for subscribing to the channel, and we'll go to the calls in just a second. We'll put people on hold
Shit
here.
bum.
Roman faked cancer like me spitting on a bitch's back to fake my orgasm.
Oh, my God. Brett the Shitman Fart. Thank you for the $5, Brett. That is messed up. That is really messed up. Guys, if you want to donate to the show, it's actually been a few weeks since I've said this. If you want to donate to the show, the link is in the description box down below for Streamlabs, and all the donation amounts are listed at the very bottom. You guys can pick something and drop a couple bucks, whatever, if you want to support the show like everybody's been doing tonight. Or you can use the Super Chat feature on the chat area. The only difference is, you know, Google takes 30%. The other way, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Either way you want to do it, it's all good. 513 is on the phone still. What's up, 513?
What up? It's William Ritchie. What's up, Joe?
Oh, what's up, Will?
Man, so from like a outside opinion of like the whole Roman Reigns thing, like I watch your shows. I don't really watch wrestling as much anymore. Like I watch NXT.
Yeah.
But like as far as the main roster shit, I gave up on it. But like from the outside looking in as like, you know, someone who doesn't really pay attention to much to the main roster, like I think that there may be some partial truth to the situation.
Right.
And like, you know, maybe he did have it or something, but it wasn't that serious, like kind of like what you said earlier.
Yeah.
And Vince just saw this as a great opportunity to try and get Roman over. Like he didn't give it like let's be honest, like the titles don't mean shit. Like he was just like, fuck it, we'll strip him of the title, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like everything will be all right. Everything will be fine. We'll just strip him of the title. It doesn't mean anything anyways. But like he comes back when he's healthier or whatever, you know, and then like, you know, now all the casuals, you know, that watch kind of like me, they're just kind of like, oh shit, you know, Roman's back. You know, it's something they like come kind of pay attention to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they're worried about getting... They want a guy who's a megastar for the company, and I don't know, they're trying to do that with Roman, and yeah, they figure they could use it, but, you know, I think you're right. I think that's what I've kind of always thought, was he had a very minor version of it, but it's never minor with cancer, because you don't know what's going to do. So, but at the time, it's at a very easy stage to fight it, and... Listen, we can announce he has cancer and he doesn't know what's going to happen, and then he's going to go away. And that's what they did. They didn't really do anything more than that.
Yeah, like it wasn't even really that big a deal either. Like, I mean, he had just won the Universal title or something, but honestly, like it really wasn't that big a deal. But I mean, and the thing is that from people who don't really follow, you know, they might know about like the whole situation that happened earlier when he like got diagnosed, maybe, but like. they're bringing in, like, I feel like they're going to bring in, like, newer fans that don't really know much about the situation. And it's just kind of like, oh, shit. You know, maybe it's like, you know, somebody who's like a cancer patient survivor can relate to that. So it's just kind of something they tune into. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I get it. I think you're right. And, you know, my phone's about to die, so I had to hang up. But Ben Klein, you're a dumbass in the chat. Nobody thinks leukemia is fake, you stupid face. Oh, my God, dude. Leukemia, Roman having it wasn't fake. Yeah, there you go. That's the opinion you can have. Nobody thinks leukemia is fake. Like, that's retarded. However, 20% of you do believe that it was faked. 20% of you on Twitter believe it was fake. You know, I don't think it was fake, but I just think they used what they could use. But, you know, it certainly is understood. I understand that. I understand why there's a conspiracy of people that out there that could be true, maybe that, you know, it was faked. But I think it's more. I do agree. I think it's embellished. I think it's always from the beginning. It was like, dude, if they ever found out that they faked this with all the cancer organizations they belong to and all the stuff that they do, if they ever found out that this was fake, it'd be insane backlash. Like, the backlash would be sick. Like, it would be like destroying type of shit. Like, I just can't believe they would ever do that. I think they just went with, you know, hey, he's got some cancer. He came out and said, I don't know what's going to happen. I've had it before. I got to go fight it now. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. He goes and fights it. It was easy. Early stages. We got it. He was able to make appearances on an act. He was able to be at Nickelodeon. And now, you know, 4 months or 3 months, whatever it's been, was able to come back on Raw, throw a couple Superman punches, and he's in remission. He'll still be monitored. So, I don't know. That's all. It seems like that to me. I read that it could happen like that. It doesn't always happen like that. A lot of people suffer for years and have way worse leukemias. There's different there's like tons of different versions of it. So to me, I feel like it's just an embellished, or not even, maybe we all just ran with it so much, you know? From the very beginning, people were saying they thought it was fake, though. And people are still saying it now. This sort of validates for them what they were suspecting. I would rather be duped. Put it this way. I'm going to stare into the camera. I'll tell you this. I would rather be duped by WWE. I would rather find out that I was duped and Vince lied to us all and Roman. I would rather be duped and feel stupid than be out here saying that a guy didn't really have cancer. If I'm wrong about him having cancer and I was duped, whatever. I don't give a shit. But if I were to if I sort of started believing and really believed that Roman faked this and he didn't, and a man has cancer with a child and a family and a career and people have cancer and stuff like that, and I was wrong about that, I would feel sick inside. I would feel sick to my stomach. Therefore, I choose to believe that he really had it and it really happened, and I still don't really love the character, and I won't, but I'm happy he's okay, and I'm going to believe it was real, because I would much rather believe it's real and then be stupid if I was duped than to think it was fake and treat a human being like that. So that's why I choose to, yes, I will open the discussion for everybody to say what you guys think, but I myself am going to just have to say that, and that's how I feel. But I do understand if some people don't believe it. I get it. It's wrestling. Stuff happens. So, but what we can all agree on, at least, is cancer sucks, and at least he doesn't have it, whatever that is, you know, because nobody wants it. We all know people that have had it, and it sucks. And let's go back to the to the donations. Not Batista.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick. Suck.
Your show is better than Raw. That's why I watch you instead. Cheers to you, and wishing you all the best.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You've got a new subscriber.
Not Batista. Thank you for the $9. I appreciate that. Your technologies are giving us cancer, Ed Blunt says. 5G will kill us. It might. Ryan, thanks for the for the subscription, man. What's up, Ryan? You know, I do have a electronic tester. And when I put it on certain things, if it goes above a certain level, that will give you cancer if you leave it there for long periods of time. I used it to search all the bedrooms of the houses and the wirings and the walls. It's a real thing. Look it up. If you put it up near your cell phone, it goes off every time.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
Don't leave your cell phone on your body.
I'm so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers.
It's a real thing.
I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Mark my words. Reigns will be added to the Lesnar-Rollins match and win the title. He might even pin Rollins to protect Lesnar. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
God Phoenix. Wow. Can you imagine that? If Reigns was added and he pinned Seth? Dude, if I have to stare at another triple threat match at WrestleMania, I'm going to rip my eyeballs out and stuff them up my ass. So I really hope that that does not happen. I'm up for other things, but not that. God Phoenix, thanks for the $10. Thank you for the super chat.
Maybe it was God's plan all along to give him cancer so he would get over.
Oh my God.
Vince really does have connections up above. Maybe that was the stipulation for the Vince versus God match.
It all worked. It all worked, damn it. I said to him, damn it, God, I need a little help here. I'm in the middle of this XFL deal. I need a Roman to get over.
Some random asshole. Thank you for the $4. Some random asshole. So all this being said about Raw tonight, I'm going to go ahead and give Raw a 4 out of 10. I can't justify giving Raw a higher rating for 18 minutes of entertainment and good stuff. I got 18 minutes of thumbs up and a whole bunch of almost thumbs down, middle of the road, want to go to bed. That's what I got. And the one surprise at the end that I did love was ruined because you knew that Ric Flair wasn't going to make it to the ring because there was only 2 minutes left in the show because the show has to end at 11 o'clock. So even that was spoiled for me. I couldn't even have that. And I know that we all went in anyway thinking, someone was going to attack Flair or show up at the party. But they could have come down to the ring after Flair came out. I expected Flair to come out, get in there, hold the belt, and then a party gets crashed. But then I look and I see it's 10:57. It's 10:57. Flair hasn't come out yet. Oh, he's not going to make it to the ring. He's going to get thrown out onto the Titantron in front of all the people, and it's going to be Becky with like a crutch and like maybe like her own army or something. I didn't know what was going to happen. Or like driving out on a motorcycle with him. I didn't know what was going to happen. But then I also thought to myself, I don't see Charlotte, so what's the point? And Ronda's not out there. So maybe she's just there for... It just didn't make any sense, but then it did make sense because they didn't do that. And it was Batista. Great ending. Loved what they did. Little plot hole, like I said earlier. 4 out of 10. But I give them credit for executing a few things really well. Which was Ricochet again with Aleister Black. I really enjoyed them. Thought it was a good showcase. I enjoyed when Ronda Rousey called Becky Lynch a douche.
It's with a ginger douche in cuffs once.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's with a ginger douche in cuffs once.
And you know, they there's no way they wanted her to say ginger douche in cuffs. But that is so fucking funny to me that was a positive on the show. Ronda Rousey saying whatever she wants into the mic is a positive. I don't care what anybody says. Not a huge Ronda fan, but she has been one of the most interesting things in the company over the last year. Didn't she have the best WrestleMania match last year? WrestleMania sucked.
It's with a ginger douche in cuffs once.
That's funny.
It's with a ginger douche in cuffs once. Ginger douche.
That's something The Rock would say. That's what the ginger douche in cuffs wants. Like that was awesome.
Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go. Oh, no.
ADTR.
So, Joe, have you listened to Something to Wrestle With podcast? They talked about the Undertaker from 2004 to 2006.
ADTR, what's up, my friend? I have not listened to that yet. I will have to give that a listen to him. I listen to usually them, Bruce, once a week or something like that. Here or there, I listen to him. Obviously, it's a really good show. But yeah, I'll have to listen to the 2004 to 6. It's. I mean, it can't be any worse that Bruce Pritchard is back in the WWE, right? It just can't be worse. It's got to help it, I would think. But if he's a big yes man, and now he's lined up with Kevin Dunn all over again, I mean, we get more of that. All I know is when Bruce Pritchard was in the company, it was really good. Even in WrestleMania 8, 9, 10, and 11. By the way, I love WrestleMania 8. I don't understand why people crap on it. 8. It was awesome. ADTR. You know I love you, buddy. Thank you for donating all the time, man. Still doing it, man. Thank you for being a regular donator. I could not do this show without the donations. And there's nights where, you know, you're looking and hoping that it does well enough that we can keep doing all these shows, uploading the videos I upload, doing all the work here, working on the Patreon, everything else we do. So I do really, really appreciate when you guys ask questions on Super Chat or donating with Streamlabs, with PayPal, your hard-earned money to have some fun on the show. You guys have kept me doing this. Without you, I would have faded away off of YouTube and into 3 jobs that would be somewhere else. So I am very happy and appreciative of you guys helping me out and dropping the donations like you do. And I did love WrestleMania 8, man. Tito Santana versus Shawn Michaels opened up the show. It was great. Ric Flair versus Macho Man, that story was fucking awesome. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Roddy Piper was fucking awesome. And Bobby the Brain Heenan was on fire on commentary with Gorilla Monsoon. I can't believe that people crap on WrestleMania 8. I am shocked. WrestleMania 11, I get it. WrestleMania 9, I get it. WrestleMania 8? What? And then you had Hogan versus Sid at the end, was kind of emotional. I kind of liked it. Not a very good match at all. But then you had the surprise of Warrior coming back to help Hogan at the end, and it was kind of a goofy way and fun way to go out. But, you know, again, with the 3 solid matches earlier on, you had 3 solid matches before. And there's probably another one that I'm missing. Oh, Undertaker versus Jake Roberts. Undertaker's beating up Jake, and Jake's trying to fight back, and, you know, Bobby Heenan is saying stuff like, I don't even know if he's alive. We don't know if this man's breathing. You know, it was, you believed it. It was goofy, but it was great. Oh, my God, dude. I can't believe that people crap on WrestleMania 8. I just can't even believe it. It holds up now. To me, it holds up. And you watch WrestleMania 2 and 3, and, like, you just kind of get like, what the fuck? But WrestleMania 8, if you watch it right now, I believe it holds up. At least those matches do, for sure. Shawn Michaels and Tito, Macho Man and Ric Flair, Bret and Roddy Piper, Jake and The Undertaker, and the main event with Hogan and Sid and, you know, whatever. That WrestleMania was pretty good. I really believe that. The ending was fucking dumb, but whatever. All right. I give Raw 4 out of 10.
Super Chat Party.
Wow. Gold Leaf, thank you for the $1. Gold, man, I appreciate that tip, man. Thank you. Anyway, I will talk about WrestleMania 8 soon. A lot of people wanted me to talk about WrestleMania 18 or 17. I'm going to do that as well. And if you missed it, up on my channel right now a few days ago, you might have to go back on my videos. I uploaded a video remembering WrestleMania 9. And I talked about my favorite match. And, I mean, WrestleMania 9 was so fucking weird. It was insane. And so all that stuff is up for you guys to watch. Go back and watch it. If you missed it. My thoughts on Bruce Pritchard. And, of course, Monetize This 200. My 200th episode of Monetize This. If you want to escape wrestling and you never watched my Monetize This show, Friday night, last Friday, it was a 10-hour show. People enjoyed it. And it was one of the most watched Monetize Thises ever.
Give me a hell yeah!
Sorry, Joe, but I have to disagree with you. Raw was a good show tonight. I will go as far and say this was the best Monday Night Raw of 2019. Hell, even Bobby Lashley was believable. Whoever wrote Raw tonight should keep doing so. 7 out of 10.
TJ, thank you for the 316, man. Yeah, I thought Raw was better tonight. I really do. I do. I was a little bit tired. Maybe that's why I'm giving it a lower rating, but I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. I mean, maybe I'd go a 5 out of 10. I just still didn't see anything that was huge to me, but there were a few times where I loved it. And I feel like you said, Triple H had something to do with that. So, yeah, I mean, Bobby Lashley looked great last week with the tag match that he had. I thought Bobby Lashley looked good last week, too, and the week before. I don't remember. But, yeah, I couldn't say 7 out of 10 myself, but I get what you're saying. I thought there was some good moments. I didn't fall asleep. You know, sometimes I really fall asleep. I didn't fall asleep. But I appreciate that, man. TJ, thank you, dude. I wish I could have loved it like that tonight. I just didn't feel it. But yeah, Bruce Pritchard returning, the EC3 theme song, and then, of course, WrestleMania 9. Remembering WrestleMania 9 is right there. You can listen to that. And then you can go down to Monetize This, episode 200, if you missed that. 10 hours long. It's a lot of fun. And that's it. Guys, thanks for listening. And I appreciate it. Don't take everything so seriously. We had some fun tonight. Went off on some weird rants that I didn't even really mean. But it was fun just ranting on shit. And getting out all that stuff in your body and whatever. It's fun putting on a show for people. People don't understand. That's their problem. I'll see you tomorrow night for the SmackDown review. I think Jake will be back tomorrow. His internet should be figured out by then. It's just been a really windy day, knocking people's power out everywhere. And I will see you tomorrow. I'll have some other stuff up on Patreon and some more video clips. Good night.
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin
Think about
Show.
becoming a patron.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I do want to say thank you to the new patrons, Marco7 and Triple H's dad. Thank you for becoming $5 a month patrons. And I'll see you guys over on the JCS Patreon with the rest of the Patreon army. We're having a blast on Patreon. We can't do it on YouTube, so we'll do it on Patreon.
I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style.
Super Jet Party.
Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass!
Hey, Gold Leaf, thanks for the super chat, man. And I will take more calls tomorrow night on the SmackDown review.
I want to kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
You piece of shit.
Joe Cronin, like I could care less. I'm not really a fan of Joe Cronin, but definitely not a fan.
He thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a very shock jock or whatever. But I have to explain, he looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper.
That guy is retarded, and yeah, I could care less about him, dude.
This is the Epic Voice Guy. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. Joe, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a very shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.